So what's the topic today? Let's get into it.
You tell me what we gonna talk about
Well,
today.
first of all, it's always a distraction. So the BT Wars are on. Shout
I
out to
know.
Ti
We need another TV like over here,
opening up the show. You
so I
see
can
how?
have some side entertainment.
Right, just distraction. Hard to stay focused and get to work. But
Oh man, we gotta talk about business. We're gonna talk
tonight,
about some business today.
absolutely. Tonight, the conversation is about they don't speak for us. They don't think for us. And when you say they, who are we talking about?
Tell them.
We talking about these celebrities, these people with these big platforms. We can't let them speak for us. So I want to start this thing off with what it looks like when you allow somebody to speak for you. So check this out. This is what it looked like when somebody's speaking for you, leading you right to your death. So,
Just like that.
with that being said, why would you ever allow someone to do your thinking? Malcolm X, of all people, explained this to us quite well.
The man himself.
So let's take a listen to what Malcolm X was teaching us about letting these celebrities speak for us.
A little while ago, these leaders that they call leaders, this included Lena Horne, this included Dick Gregory, and this included comedians, comics, trumpet players, baseball players. Show me in the white community where a comedian is a white leader. Show me in the white community where a singer is a white leader, or a dancer or a trumpet player is a white leader. These aren't leaders. These are puppets and clowns that have been set up over the white community and over the black community by the white community and have been made celebrities and usually say exactly what they know that the white man wants to hear. I just told.
So with that being said, these issues that surrounding our political climate are very serious.
Yep.
And we have these people that are trying to represent our culture, but they've signed deals with the enemy. And what I mean by that is that just think of you taking a deal, right? So that's a favor. So we talking about multi-millions. Some of these people are in the hundreds of millions, and some of these people are billionaires, right? Mm-hmm. So when that favor come due, it's like, okay, man, we just made you rich. So now we need you to see if we can get that boycott under control down there at Target.
Giving people power over you.
So we can't, these people have their own agenda while we're down here, fighting these battles on our own suffering. So the next thing I want to point out to you are the people that have sold out our community and what we're going to do about it. We're going to identify these people, all right? We're going to make it known that we don't believe in anything that these people have to say. The number one coon, the most powerful coon
in the center of the page there.
The most powerful symbol on the page is this guy. We're not going to call no name, but you can take a gander and figure it out. But this guy has all this power sitting on the Supreme Court. I mean, he has sold, the soul is gone. Yep. He is an empty shell. I bet you if you had a conversation with him, he has nothing to offer anybody.
Let alone a black man.
Oh, my God, he has nothing. His soul is empty. And I guarantee you 100% he's living an empty life. But he made sure that he benefited from the system. And once he got his position, he turned his back on everything because I'm sure he told himself that he would never be poor again. Mm-hmm. I would never be poor again, and he accepted all that dirty money up there.
So the question is, are you willing to sell your soul?
Are you willing to sell your soul? I mean, just think, he has family. I'm sure he got cousins and stuff that are out there that's still living. Mm-hmm. And it's a terrible thing. So these people don't speak for us. You got Candace Owens down there. Chili showed up on this thing. I know it hurt them ticket sales, so they tried to clear that up. I mean, we like a lot of these
And
people.
then that whole event went away.
Right.
So who knows what happened there? So
Snoop Dogg, we born in the same year. Now he tap dancing. Like Ice Cube. All these people we got a lot of respect for, but they do not speak for us. And we need to stand 10 toes down with it. And we need to let them know, keep that crap over there. And this how we moving.
How we say it, keep it over there.
Keep it all the way over there. And we're gonna call you out. Killer Mike talking about don't vote for Kamala, which led to us for people going over to the other side. So we got to watch these people, and they do not vote for us. So on this next, I want you to listen to Mike Tyson. Like I said, we got respect for these people, but they do not speak for us. I want you to hear Mike Tyson talking about voting for Donald Trump.
Trump's going to win.
Is that who you want to win?
Yeah, it would be nice if he win, yeah.
Why do you want Trump to win?
That's his man.
Yeah, he a wild nigga though, right? Trump one of them don't give a fuck type niggas. Is that the reason you want to win?
Nah, he's just a good man. You know, listen, I don't agree with all this shit. Like, nobody agrees with all my shit, but, you know, they're good people.
Right.
I mean, no one's perfect in this world. Everybody got their shit, you know.
Right.
Mike, wasn't you at the Trump party back in the days?
All the time.
I think we was all there.
I'm the reason it was the party. It was my party.
See, it's okay to be out there partying and having a good time, but we talking about life and death situation when it comes to this politics.
yeah.
So you can go out there and party with them, but far as this politics concerned, this guy, nothing about him is good. He's a felon. He doesn't pay. He hire people to work, and he stiff them on a deal. Right now, he doing contracts with no bids. He just funneling the money to his friends. Nothing is good about this guy.
My party, nigga. I used to fight in his hotel when I was a kid.
Word.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So because he's in bed with him, they want us to be in bed with him. No, that's your bed. You lie over there.
Yeah.
We moving different.
15 times there.
Nah, that's what's up, man. Who you voting for, Murder?
You know I'm conservative, so I'm probably on the side of Trump.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you looking at me for?
That's you were going to answer.
She didn't
That's
like
two
my
black
answer.
men
You
right
I didn't
thought-
say
She cut
anything.
her eyes at
I
me.
didn't say anything.
She looked at me like,
I didn't say anything.
Women power and all that. Killer don't think I am, but I'm
I
for it.
never said
That's
that.
also
Where you
not
getting that
a
from?
correlation.
Why would you throw me in that? I never even said. First of all, I've never voted in my life. I know people.
No,
like,
he never did.
I'm like,
So the trip part about that was Cameron reserved himself. He know he from the community in the neighborhood, so he knew how toxic that was. So at that moment, he avoided that conversation.
I thought it was quite interesting, though, you know, because when all the election results had came out, they were talking about like 7% of black men had voted for Trump, and I'm like, what black man voted for Trump? Because I was trying to figure it out, like
Who are
these black men? Like, I don't know them, like, and I know a whole bunch of black men, and it's like, where are they? So I was just curious, but that just provided example of two right there.
And that threw you off when you heard that.
Yeah,
But check
definitely
this out.
did.
I want to now. This next clip is gonna be Mike Tyson and Cameron now on this podcast. I got to shout out that podcast. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So on this podcast, this conversation, they talking about black men fighting on the Confederacy, which I want you to pull the irony out of it.
During the time slavery, 1860s, when we were fighting the war to free ourselves, there were slaves fighting to stay in slavery. So the mentality is still here.
yeah, I like that.
Now, what's the irony? The irony that he's saying that that slavery mentality is still here, and you representing that in 2026. You represent the Republican Party right now is the Confederacy.
Crazy.
What do you call them niggas?
We can laugh about it, right?
Niggas.
Say what you call them niggas.
We can laugh about it, right?
Mike Tyson and Mace, they representing them niggas.
This is a joke.
Niggas.
Yeah. What do you call them niggas? Stay in
What you
slavery.
mean you want to be free?
Yeah, it's good. They ain't nowhere gonna treat you good out there by yourself.
That's exactly what Trump's saying to you.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, we
man.
gotta brace that. It's like,
Okay, we're
Now, when I heard that, it really pissed me off. I was pretty upset.
Especially from the South. I mean,
You talking about some who them niggas. You represent them niggas talking about Donald Trump. Now this N-word, the reason I'm saying it right now is because of the episode that we're watching. But I'm going to do a whole segment on the N-word. And I can't wait to do that because, and I'm just going to tee it off like this. God works in mysterious ways. And these people who create all this wickedness and even in the earth, they don't think 5 years down the road. So
Yeah.
they created this word which represent all the evil and wickedness. And now they don't want the word to exist.
yeah.
See how crazy that mindset is?
Projection. Let's just
The
leave
word,
that there.
check it out. The word ain't going nowhere, right? So, and I'll say this: what Grandma taught us to overcome is sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt. That's where that came from, because life goes on. Somebody calling you the N-word, like it was terror. It was. You think of the KKK coming to your house? That's terror.
Yeah.
But you can't stop living. We can't bow down and be scared. We got to keep it pushing. So what Grandma and Big Mom, they was in there, hey, stand 10 toes out. Hey, put your chest out. Put your chin up.
What I say, I'll stand for something or fall for anything.
Stand for something or fall for anything. And them sticks and stones, if they don't put their hands on you, they can say the N-word. But it's just funny how now, and then they want to use the reverse psychology on the word. Why y'all say it? Well, it's to hunt you and to hunt the rest of the world, that the evil that's associated with the word. Y'all did that. We didn't create the word. We adjusted, we embraced, and we kept it pushing. So now that's Mike Tyson, and they who them. So here's the results of them speaking on this and bringing in this type of personality. So Project 2025, this guy said that he didn't know anything about it. But soon as he got in office,
That was a lie, just to be clear.
he made sure. I want y'all to look at these numbers on this
Yeah.
Project 2025, that when he got in office, how much he implemented.
Did the president implement Project 2025 in this first year plus of his second term?
Well, thanks for that question, because since 1980, Heritage has been offering presidential transition projects, which we generally call Mandate for Leadership. What's known as Project 2025 was done on such a scale that we proposed 1,913 recommendations. 1,055 as we sit here have been implemented. The person who deserves credit for that is one Donald J. Trump.
So, and that leaves about 858 of those proposals not implemented, but 1,913 of those proposals was implemented.
They've been
Imagine that.
steamrolling this.
And they all affecting us, tearing the black community
It's
apart.
terrible.
So,
If we played a role through our policy scholarship, through message testing and helping to craft public opinion upstream of electoral politics, that's great. Heritage exists not to take credit, but to offer great ideas.
Did the president
Great ideas.
great ideas.
I guess it depends on what lens you're looking through, huh?
Right. So, but Now I want to show you the results of those executive orders that he placed out there and how it affected our community and the job loss. So just pay attention with those plans, with that Project 2025, what it did to us in the black community. Pay attention.
Now, about 16 months into what has been from day one a concerted and intense targeting of black Americans, specifically by this president and by this administration. On his first full day in office, he proclaims war on diversity efforts, not only in government, but in any institution in the country over which he can exert leverage, everything from schools and universities to law firms to private businesses of every stripe. He then immediately started firing some of the highest profile black public officials in the whole U.S. government, seemingly regardless of any other thing about them. I mean, right away, we get the firing of the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Charles C.Q. Brown. We get the firing of the Librarian of Congress, Carla Hayden. And then it's Gwynne Wilcox from the National Labor Relations Board. And then it's Robert Primus, the chair of the Surface Transportation Board. And then it's Alvin Brown from the NTSB. And then it's Peggy Carr, the head of the National Center for Education Statistics. And then it's Willie Phillips from FERC, from the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission. And then it's Lisa Cook from the Federal Reserve Board of Governors. And on and on and on. When Trump and his top political donor, Elon Musk, then started just lopping off huge swaths of the federal government to disastrous practical effect, the largest and most egregious cuts targeted federal agencies that employed a disproportionate number of black employees. Reporter Erica Green wrote about this a few months ago for The Times, noting that nothing had moved backwards in the federal government for black Americans this quickly or this far in over 100 years. Since Woodrow Wilson came in 1912 and resegregated the federal workforce. Quote, black employees were fired or demoted to lower-level jobs, relegated to separate and inferior lunchrooms and other facilities, and accused of making white women feel unsafe. Those who remained were humiliated. A black worker in the Postal Service was surrounded by screens, so white workers would not have to look at him. Another employee had a cage built around him to separate him from his white counterparts. A clerk in the Treasury Secretary's office was assigned to rewrite all correspondence to address black employees by their first names. The way Trump addressed the Librarian of Congress, Carla Hayden, by her first name when he crowed publicly about firing her for no reason. In the year of our Lord 2025 and now 2026, this president and this administration is not just inheriting that history from the Wilson administration, it's furthering it in its own ways. Since 1965, there has been an executive order in effect. It was signed by Lyndon Johnson, 1965. Since 1965, all federal contractors have been banned by executive order from discriminating on the basis of race, color, religion, sex, sexual orientation, gender identity, or national origin. Donald Trump rescinded that 1965 rule on his first full day in office. Less than a month later, Trump announced another rule change. They rescinded Clause 52.222-21 of the Federal Acquisition Regulation, which doesn't sound like much, but I'll tell you what the title of that is. It's Prohibition of Segregated Facilities. That's what Trump rescinded less than 1 month into being back in the White House. That section reads, quote, the contractor agrees that it does not and will not maintain or provide for its employees any segregated facilities at any of its establishments, and that it does not and will not permit its employees to perform their services at any location under its control where segregated facilities are maintained. That anti-segregation clause has been in government contracts for decades. Donald Trump overtly reached out to rescind it, which means, bluntly, that the federal government no longer explicitly prohibits contractors from having segregated restaurants, waiting rooms, and drinking fountains. Make America great again, right? We are now about 16 months into what has...
So, when you have somebody doing your thinking and they tell you to vote for a character like this, this is what's happening in our community. So with that, 300,000+ black women have lost their job under this. So how
it's
is
more
this,
now.
Right. So how is this decision benefiting our community? So I just urge and implore you to be more productive in these issues that are responsible for your day-to-day life. Right now, gas is up, groceries are up.
Everything's up top.
Everything is up top. Plus, people,
how we say, outside is expensive right now.
Outside is expensive. You walk out the door, you're spending $100 off top. I don't care what it is you're doing. You fill your gas tank up, it's $100.
Yeah.
You go to the grocery store, whatever it is, that's up top. So these issues are very important. And for the people that say your vote don't matter, this is so dangerous and upsetting to us that understand. I'm just going to give you one perspective that's pretty powerful to me. Think of all the energy that the current president is doing right now to block your vote. They got a bill on the table right now, I can't think of what it is, that he won't sign it because they won't sign his voter suppression bill.
Yep.
Now he's going all out his way to make sure that you don't have the right to vote. And then the ignorance on the other side says, my vote don't mean nothing. If your vote didn't mean nothing, these people would not be going out of their way.
Yeah. That's playing in exactly what they want you to think. They want you to think that your vote doesn't matter, but they wouldn't be spending all the energy that they're spending
to do it.
The
money.
Like, it just doesn't even make sense.
Court system, gerrymandering is an issue that goes all the way to the Supreme Court.
And what's the second thing I hear people say about voting? Oh, I'm not into politics. They are completely oblivious to what's going on around them, but then they sit around and wonder why they're going through so many things and why their life is so challenging, because politics is into them. And it's important that you understand that. So that's not an excuse. Ignorance is not an excuse.
Ignorant is not an excuse. Check this out. It's a saying out there that ignorant is not an excuse to the law.
Yeah.
So you can say, I didn't know about that law. I didn't know.
You're still going to jail.
But you're going to jail.
You're going to jail.
It's on the book. So you better get in the game and pay attention to these rules, these policies. So you're not, I'm not into politics. I'm not paying attention.
It's into you.
But they making the decisions over here and writing laws and policies that's going to affect your life.
Yep.
So for you all out there that's saying that voting don't count, my vote don't count, you are further from the truth. These people would not be spending all this money. They wouldn't be spending these time. You got lawyers, you got Supreme Court judges, you got appellate court judges, you got all these people that are entwined, that's getting a paycheck, that's making these decisions. And for you to say that it doesn't matter. And I want to say this. You need to be involved in your local. You go from local to federal. Local, state, federal.
Right.
You need to be involved in all of it. And here's the other part to that. All you're doing is taking a little time out your day.
Mm-hmm.
We plan for everything that's important for it. We want a vacation, we plan for it. Mm-hmm. It's a little time out your day. And let's take an old lottery slogan. I'm not a lottery person. But let's take the lottery slogan. You got to be in it to win it.
Yeah. If you don't play, guess what? You can't win.
You can't win.
Yep.
You're going to always be at the bottom. So you got to be a part of the process. And this last conversation that I want to have is all these people who was supporters.
It's ludicrous, man.
All these people that were supporters of this guy has turned on him. And the tripped out part to us is he's been this guy all along.
And it's mind blowing. Like, why did you just wake up today and be like, oh, I don't support him. He's just all crazy now and all this stuff. And it's like, he's been this way. It's been the same guy.
This has been this guy since.
Trump's own allies who helped get him elected, they're calling for the 20.
This has been this guy since day one. He's been a deplorable person since day one. He's not a good person. Now, if being out there in the private sector, he running his casinos, he running his businesses, that's fine. You can be that person. Mm-hmm. You can be as hateful and mean, racist. That's fine if that's the type of person that you want to be. But not inside our politics.
Not sitting the presidency.
No.
You represent everybody in this country.
You got to go. Now you're looking at these 250 events. They are turning out to be straight garbage. This last one he had, was it like a fair thing that he had?
My
we can
gosh.
show that video, but y'all go Google it.
Yes, go Google that.
Nobody was
If you
there.
want a good laugh today, go Google it and see what's going on in D.C.
And the crazy part about life is I don't understand how people are so evil and mean and nasty to people. Think that nice and good people want to be around you. Mm-hmm. It's a repellent. Mm-hmm. It's like insect repellent. Don't nobody want to be around nasty, mean-spirited people.
Yep.
That's why nobody is showing up to these events. Now just think of the history of our country. 250 years, that should be something big to celebrate, man. We should be all ecstatic, but we can't even. It's still filled with too much hate.
Yeah.
And so we're going to end this with these people who have turned on this guy, which they should have never. He should never been the candidate. Like, it's not, I'm not against the Republican Party, so don't get it twisted. I think we need both parties. But what we don't need is the hate and the racism that's tied to it. So if you hateful and racist, we're going to be doing many shows like this, and we're going to be calling you out. Mm-hmm. And we're going to be calling out these Sambos that's in our community. They do not speak for us.
Use your noodle. That's all I can say.
These ESPN characters, these people don't speak for us. Now, if they want to be out there like that's their business, but they do not represent who we are. Mm-hmm. So the Joe Rogans of the world, the Tucker Carlson, Candy Owen, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Megyn Kelly, all these people now are turning their backs on this guy because he's a horrible person. But he's always been a horrible person.
Exactly.
25th Amendment after he threatened to wipe out a whole civilization tonight. Candace Owens said that the 25th Amendment needs to be invoked. He's a genocidal lunatic. Marjorie Taylor Greene said not a single bomb is dropped on America. We cannot kill an entire civilization. This is evil and madness. Alex Jones said that Trump got demon-possessed or had an aneurysm and added that Trump literally sounds like an unhinged supervillain from a Marvel comic movie. I think this is not what we voted for. Matt Walsh said that anyone who shouts this down as panicking or TDS or whatever is not a serious person. Megyn Kelly reposted Glenn Greenwald, who called it one of the sickest, most demented, most morally reprehensible things any American president has ever said. Tucker Carlson called it vile on every level, a promise to commit war crimes against civilians, and Piers Morgan called it a brazen pre-admission of genocide. These are not liberals. These are the people who helped put him in office. And what are elected Republicans in Congress doing? Almost nothing. They're on recess, and the few who've gone on TV have tried to downplay it. But for now, with the deadline ticking down, follow to stay in the loop, share to spread the word, and get full updates on my Substack link.
So all these people have turned on him, and this Massey out of Kentucky, he in this whole thing about voter fraud, and it's funny how it's fraud when they lose, but everything is good when they win. So how
it don't make sense. It don't make sense.
So when they win, the system works. When they lose, it's fraud.
Mm-hmm.
So Massey, he explains this pretty well, how they are winning the elections. They right now, they have the power over Congress, the
Republicans,
the House of Representatives.
Yep.
They have the numbers. The Senate, they have the numbers, and the executive branch. Mm-hmm. So right now, the president, he could run away with the bag on everything that he wants to implement because they have power in all houses. But they want you to believe otherwise, that the Democrats are holding them back. It's the Democrats that did the shutdown. Understand, get your basic civics 101 so you can understand what's going on. They have the power in all houses.
And they have the power to pass bills, and they have not. They have done a lot of things through executive order, which is a win for us. Because
it can be reversed if you get
executive orders can be reversed.
And vote.
But you got to vote. This is important. And I know it seems like we keep saying the same thing because it is important. Every time that you have the opportunity to vote, you need to be out voting.
So we can get these executive orders reversed. I want to listen to Massey talk about how they won all the election and how they are corrupt.
That we control the House, the Senate, the Supreme Court, and the White House, and we're yelling election fraud. I mean, we won all the damn elections, and we're in charge, and what are we doing with it? We're bankrupting the country, we're starting new wars, we're violating the Constitution, we're not cracking down on the fraud. The problem is not the elections. We won the damn elections. The problem is we're wasting our opportunity that the voters gave us. And
so
there it is. And he's a Republican.
A couple of things. He mentioned the fraud. Now, think about the fraud. The fraud is insane. Bitcoins, Qatar, airplane. The
list is endless.
The Eric got caught on the phone talking about he's trying to make a bet with the UFC fight, and they got caught doing that. Everything is crooked with these people right now. They trying to run away with the bag. And I want to leave it with this. Early in the video, they mentioned Lyndon Johnson. Lyndon Johnson made a statement. I'm going to paraphrase here. If you can make a man feel that he's better than another man, he'll never know you picking his pockets. Now, just think of that. This is why it's important to understand, to get your own wisdom and think for yourself. If you can make another man feel that he's better than another man, you'll never know they picking his pockets. And this guy that's in this seat as our president is picking their pockets. Farmers are doing bad. They losing their jobs. The job reports, we ain't added no jobs. It's terrible. Pay attention. Get your butts out there and vote. Stop believing that your vote don't count. The midterms are coming up. All this is very important. We need to make it happen. God bless.
Yes.
We do love America.
Yes.
Good night.
The Republicans are going to pay for that.
So we'll have to go in there and